The UFC 305 press conference just took place about 12 hours ago at time of recording this video. And yes, Israel Adesanya was brought to tears by Dricus Du Plessis. So in this video, we're going to talk about the press conference, what I thought of it, what I think all of this means going into the fight tomorrow for UFC 305, and also we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the press conference. I'm going to give my thoughts on those as well. So stick around to hear my thoughts on the UFC 305 press conference. I'm Wyatt. This is Fight Society. So this post right here from MMA Fighting says Israel Adesanya fights back tears during emotional exchange with Dricus Du Plessis at UFC 305. Now, as you can see, MMA Guru's two most recent videos are exposing Israel Adesanya for being somewhat dishonest in some ways about his past, his struggles, all of that main character syndrome type stuff from Israel Adesanya. This one right here being Israel Adesanya exposed again for lying about growing up in poverty. And then 18 hours ago, ammunition for Dricus Du Plessis against Adesanya for the UFC 305 press conference. And it looks like DDP actually took some of MMA Guru's advice in terms of ammo for the press conference. They did an interview together last week, as you can see right here. And then there's two videos with ammo for DDP at the press conference. I guarantee you that Guru had a little something to say here to DDP about what he should bring up in the press conference. And somebody like me that's a Guru enjoyer that watches his channel knows what the things are that he talks about. Is he allegedly having servants growing up, lying about growing up in poverty, a few things like that. I'm not making any statements about him. I'm just saying that's what gets talked about in regards to Israel Adesanya on MMA Guru's channel, and of course the dog stuff as well. So looks like DDP, we'll show you in these clips right here from MMA Fighting, it looks like DDP took MMA Guru's advice, and here's some of the exchanges from the UFC 305 press conference. And I do have to say, this press conference was much better. Press conferences have been terrible for about a year, 2 years now. Just boring, no personality. Everyone's either trying to be McGregor or they're just like super, super boring. And I feel like there's a little bit of personality coming back to the press conferences. I feel that this was a really good press conference because of Izzy and DDP. The rest of the fighters were pretty boring. And then I feel that Islam Makhachev has kind of a funny way of trash talking his opponents where he mostly just laughs about them being not very good. And then you have Yuri and Pereira. They also have their own style of the aura, mystique type of stuff. So press conferences are headed in the right direction, in my opinion. Here's some of the highlights from the UFC 305 press conference. So this right here, a reporter asks Izzy and DDP what their thoughts were on the betting odds for the fight, because ahead of the fight, Israel Adesanya was a sizable favorite, and as the fight's gotten closer, the odds have gotten closer as well, to the point where now the last I checked, they were both minus 110 pick'em. So this is Israel Adesanya asking when he became the underdog, is because that's what he thought was happening. And DDP brings up the MMA Guru exposed, how do I say this? Affliction for canines.
Underdog.
You know, it's a pick'em. It's very.
Nobody said anything about dogs, bro. Chill out.
I said that.
Yeah, Izzy knew he got cooked right there. I said that. Even he heard the crowd response. Izzy knew he got cooked right there.
Better shut the fuck up before I go get my coach's taser as well. Fucking tase your balls.
What Izzy was trying to do was level the playing field, and what he was trying to do was draw a connection or like make it even. That Izzy got exposed, literally exposed, for doing some weird stuff with his dog, having interests in dogs in a haram way, you could say. Izzy was trying to relate that to something that was on Embedded or The Countdown, where Dricus Du Plessis' coach would tase people for not doing something correctly in training. What Izzy was trying to do there was make getting tased by your coach and having a thing for dogs on the same level of embarrassing, which is pretty wild. Pretty wild of a connection to draw, but I'm just saying, that's crazy.
When did I become the underdog?
You're not the underdog.
Okay, wait.
And then Izzy tries to redirect to something else about the betting odds, and it gets a little awkward.
What does this mean? How do I make money off myself?
I mean, you bet on yourself like you always have, right?
Yeah, have to.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember you.
I do apologize, I will say. I missed.
Yeah, Izzy got exposed there. That was rough. And then he looked really awkward. DDP just watching it all go down, you know? This is Izzy saying that he's going to take the belt all over the world because he's a child of the earth. And also DDP hops in with another MMA Guru exposed bit of information about Izzy is that he is not from poverty in Nigeria. He allegedly was like upper middle class and they had servants working in his house. I'm not saying my opinion on these things. I know they're touchy. I'm not saying my opinion on these things. I'm just saying, I'm putting the information out there for you. Fuck.
I'm a child of the earth, and when I take this bet, I'm taking it everywhere with me. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Question over here.
Are you taking the servants with you when you're going back? Are you taking the servants with you if you're going back?
Cooked.
What the fuck are you even on about?
My God. It's obviously a see and tell. We can see that. What do you mean?
Okay, and one thing I want to say about DDP as well is you can tell that he did practice these a little bit because he's messing them up a little bit. And I think that adrenaline of the moment of trying to get these lines to hit and also being about 12 hours from making weight. They always do these press conferences in like the thick of the weight cut, like right before they make their last push that night to make weight. And so these guys are always irritable and hungry, and it makes them more likely to argue and say social media clip-worthy things because they're suffering so much. And you can see DDP's trying to get the lines out, but you can see both of them are struggling from the weight cut a little bit because DDP's a big guy. You see it in his eyes. He looks a little sucked out. And Izzy, this is the biggest he's ever been, so he actually looks kind of sucked out as well.
Saying that I
Bro,
made it
shut
about
the fuck
culture,
up. You don't even know anything about my story. You have no idea who the fuck I am.
I don't care about your story. I don't care about your story.
Listen, my father and myself had to wake up at 4 a.m. and clean the banks while my mom studies to be a nurse. You don't know my fucking story. Don't fucking speak of my story if you don't know my story.
I don't care.
I will show you who you are Sunday. So right now, shut the fuck up.
I can't wait.
Now, what Izzy's really trying to do here is take the alleged fact of the matter here is that DDP exposed his family for having servants when he lived in Nigeria. He's trying to cover that up and make it seem like, oh, he's insulting my family, not he's calling me out for lying about something and shit like that. So it's just Izzy redirecting again. And what's crazy, you guys are going to think my take about this fight is very crazy at the end of this. So wait till we get to the end. So now this is a reporter asking Izzy how the energy from Dricus today is fueling Izzy for the fight.
Build up. How's the energy from Dricus today and in the build-up? Has it matched to what you manifested and imagined leading into this? And what are you feeling right now from the energy in the room?
He touched the subject there because I do this for my family. I do this for the people I love, and I'll fight for you forever. I swear to God.
Now we have Waterworks Izzy. We have Waterworks Izzy at the press conference. DDP with not even the most venomous shit talk, but he is talking about personal things. He has now made Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland cry with a mic in front of him.
Look, I'm a fucking human being. I am a man. I can cry and whoop your ass at the same time. I feel the love from the crowd. First time I fought here, 2-2-1. That was February 2018. That was me making my dream come true. Sunday, I'm gonna fucking kill your dreams, bitch. I wanna fucking kill your dreams.
What a note to end things here at the press conference. Perth, no crowd quite like you. Ceremonial weigh-in tomorrow at 11.
So there we have it. DDP's laughing off the angry Israel Adesanya. Izzy looks super fired up. Their press conference stare down as well was fire. Intense rivalry, guys. I've been missing an intense rivalry in my life, man. I've been missing it. And this gets me fired up. And, you know, most people would think Izzy's too emotional. Dricus is under his skin. And for months now, I have been saying Israel Adesanya will decide how this fight goes. If we get the Izzy that fought Sean Strickland, cooked. He's cooked. Dricus TKOs him in the first 2 rounds. But if it's an intense Izzy, if it's a locked-in intense Izzy, it's I'm leaning towards Izzy to win this fight. And Izzy's in the best shape I've ever seen him. He's probably cutting a lot of weight because he looks a lot more muscular. That's why he looks so sucked out. But this is the most motivated Izzy we've ever seen. I think Izzy gets it done in nasty fashion, guys. I don't think this is Dricus in Izzy's head to where Izzy flops or Izzy fights out of character and gets caught. I just think this is super motivated Izzy. I know he doesn't deserve this title shot. I want Dricus to win. In my opinion, I think that it adds intrigue to the division because I think that Izzy as champ is a little tired. I don't think there's a ton of big matchups for him, minus like a Khamzat Chimaev, something like that, and maybe a Pereira rematch if they do champ, him go up to 205. We'll see what happens. I think that might be what they're trying to do, but we'll see what happens. Guys, I am still taking, just like I predicted earlier this week, I'm still taking Izzy in nasty fashion and new. Let me know what you guys think about the fight down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the press conference. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. It really helps me out a lot. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, then become a channel member today for access to members only live streams, vlogs, and some other members perks. So click the link in the description down below or the join button on our channel homepage to become a member today. If you're interested in some non-MMA content from me, go check out my personal channel, Wyatt's World, and go check out my weekly comedy podcast, What's Up Bro, with Wyatt and Bo. Both of those are linked in the description down below. Go watch this suggested video, and we'll see you next time.